Everything's silenced and muted. All right, hey everybody, we're the Jeep Life Podcast, and this is our pre-show, just hanging out. Seeing if we have anybody, see if anybody joins us.
Wow, 718 on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
718.
Yeah, I saw some people.
Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If not, head over to our YouTube channel right now, Jeep Life Podcast, and hit that subscribe button.
And you can watch us from there.
And you can watch us from there. Comment right on the side, too.
Mike is the first one, and I think his birthday was yesterday.
It was. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking earlier about a simpler time. Man, just nothing simpler than having a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good time. What's up, Scott? Man, it was a good weekend with you. Jake, how you doing?
Sorry I missed it.
Jake's with us from the YouTubes.
Wow.
Look at that.
The YouTubes.
Yeah, Mike, so we need to have some nonsense together soon. I don't know. Troy, what's up, Tennessee? What's up, my brother? Yeah, it's real good time. I needed that. Scott, what's happening? The Donald is playing Bob Vila. There was a pipe burst or something that he had to fix. So I graciously said, you know what? Take the night off. Deal with the problem in hand. So what's up, Neil? It's so good to see you this weekend. Wish you'd been around all weekend. Excellent.
You had to pull me out of the garage.
Yeah, when I got here. Bill, you look a million times better than you did when I first got here, so you did clean up a little bit.
I wiped my face.
There you go. What's up, Ron? Yeah, it was we're going to go into this weekend and all the good times that we had as soon as we get the show rolling. But it was a real good weekend, one that I needed, and I know that you had a lot of stuff going on with that truck of yours.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you've said since I've gotten here. Yeah.
It's just, there's a lot going on, man. A lot going on. Life's kicking my ass right now. I was kicking life's ass, and then it's kicking mine a little bit.
Yeah, there was a saying when I was younger, life's a bitch.
Yep. And then you die.
Yeah. Well, there have been times where I've gone, when's the dead part coming up?
Yeah.
Get rid of this bitch part.
Still grinding, still working.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives in this life, so.
Yeah. I mean,
can't complain too much.
Yeah. No. All right. Let's give a few more people.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
No, money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, my God. That is the understatement of the year. Oh, wait. Maybe let me kill that.
Maybe you should hit the record button, too.
Should I do that now?
Yeah.
Might as well so I don't forget. All right.
Yep. Do that.
All right. I did that.
Cool.
We'll give a couple more minutes for a few more people to join us. Becker, what's happening? Man, it was good to have you around all weekend. It was pretty awesome. That dude can spot for days.
Yes, he can. Scott's on, too.
Yeah, Scott's on.
Cool. What's up?
Dude, he kicked Renee's Hill's ass.
Yeah, he can wheel.
Yeah, for real. And that rig's for real.
Uh-huh. 37s, I think.
Yeah. Those are the biggest 37s I've ever seen in my life.
I think they're like brand new too, so that's probably why.
They're like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Big ass tires. But no, it's a sweet rig he has.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
He's a good dude too. It's just
he is
all around nice guy.
Yeah.
You want to sit around the campfire. Maybe he says 9 words the whole night, but they're really nice 9 words. All right. Everybody do us a favor and share it out to your favorite group or just bug any asshole that you know. Just say, hey, man, got to check out these Jeep Life guys.
Yep.
As you can see, we're 2/3 of us. We'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah, Becker, go eat a hot dog, man. Hey, those dogs were good this weekend that you brought, both sets.
He's on that hot dog kick.
He is definitely on that hot dog kick. He's committed. He's full in.
And it's like March 20th. He is committed at this point.
I think we're somewhere around 75 days in.
Jeez Louise, that's a lot of hot dogs.
It is a lot of hot dogs. Yeah. I don't know how his wife puts up with him.
Ugh.
She's a saint.
She really is.
All right, I'm going to give it like another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to hit the button and get going. We've got a good show. I don't know if it's going to be a long show, but it's going to be a good show.
It's going to be a show.
Yeah. It's going to be a show that we produced.
Yep.
The good news is we get to upload this and it's content.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You got to use some of your stuff this weekend.
I got to use a little bit of my stuff this weekend.
Power tank.
Yeah.
Which we got a discount code, Jeep Life Pod 15.
Yeah, get on
you
that.
Use your Armor Light, which is an amazing system. And also, you can head over to Quadratec now and purchase your Armor Light.
You can.
But I would recommend purchase direct through Armor Light and use Jeep Life Podcast 10.
Yes.
And then I'll get you 10% off.
Yes.
And then also, you were hanging out with some guys from Tread Lightly.
Yes.
And you can head over to treadlightly.org, and we have some clear instructions that are listed in our show notes.
And we will have a new code for that soon. That's an interesting story. So
the old code doesn't work right now, but stay tuned, and we will have a new code for you.
Yes.
And Rockslide Engineering has a discount code, Jeep Life 10, and that's going to get you 10% off. And then also Off Camber Lighting has a discount for 20% off, Jeep Life Pod.
Yeah.
So
we're so thankful for the partners.
Absolutely.
That we have. Armor Light, my Armor Light is dirty AF right now.
I just cleaned mine and it like came out brand new again.
And Rob did a video of cleaning mine.
No, and
this
that's
week.
mine. No, he redid it.
Oh, did he?
He shot mine because mine was 10 times dirtier.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I've been prepping that.
Have you? All right, yeah, because you haven't cleaned yours in a long time.
Yep, I let it go 6 months and literally just water and wiping it down, brand new.
Yeah, it's amazing what that does.
Yeah, head over to Armor Light.
Do it.
Hit that button.
All right, I'm going to hit that button right now and get the show rolling. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? Let's see if I can remember how to do this.
Hit one of the buttons.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're that podcast where we live, eat, breathe, shit, everything Jeep. We camp Jeep. We do it all. We love that Jeep, whether it's, overlanding, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show, or camping or off-roading or just smashing against rocks. We live that life and we love it. And I'm here with my good friend Bill. Man, I pull up to Studio B, and outside in the garage, all I see are sparks flying. I mean, through the window, just sparks everywhere. And I'm like, either he's on fire, which, I don't put him past, or he's getting some grinding going and some welding and everything.
What else is new?
And I come around and he just finishes up, and the whole garage is just a haze. He opens up the back garage so the smoke clears. But man, you were covered from head to toe with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm glad you cleaned up a little bit for us.
So yeah, I've been working on the truck a little bit.
This is the tow pig.
This is a tow pig. It needs some bed cross members. It needs some frame cleaning and adjustment and this and that. Not adjustment, but just maintenance. And then it needs ball joints. It needs a exhaust manifold. It needs some rocker panels.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just a little bit of work.
Just a little bit of work. But this weekend's project was doing the cross members.
So even as I was walking around, seeing the truck without the bed, and and walking in to see the bed upside down in the from where we left it, basically when we took it off.
You left it literally, yeah.
It's worlds of difference than it was.
There's a lot of patching that went on, and this and that. So
good for you, man. You do good work, and
I try.
It's pretty awesome to see that.
Saving some coin, that's what I'm trying to do.
If you paid somebody to do that,
well, the parts alone are like $500.
Yeah,
and then it's labor on top of that. And this is how
it's
long?
not done
3-4 days.
You're not doing it in 25 minutes.
Nope. This is a lot of cutting, grinding, fixing, cutting, more grinding.
Yeah,
cutting other pieces to put in old pieces. And this
right.
And that. Yeah. So.
Well, and it was good to see you in there doing that. I mean, I feel like that's your natural habitat
usually.
So it's good to see you.
I'm good at resto work.
Hurry up and get your stuff done so you can work on mine.
No, I want to hurry up and get it done so I can go wheeling.
Right.
Because I wasn't there this weekend.
No, you weren't there this
weekend.
That was a good time, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I had an awesome opportunity to hang out with some amazing people. We're gonna jump into that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But just want to catch up. I want to talk a little bit about a new product that I have on my Jeep, and it's not something that I got to use per se this weekend, but it was on there, and I just 2 weeks ago installed the Quadratec mirror movers.
Yep.
And mine are the non-automated kind, so they're a little bit cheaper. But if you go to Quadratec.com and look up mirror movers, you can find them. Basically what they are, they're a product that moves the mount of the mirror to the A-pillar. And it bolts on the A-pillar, and it has a little rocker arm. And basically it sits against the door, and as you open the door, it kind of takes a little curved path outward and moves out of the way. So you're pushing it open with a door, and then you can actually spring loaded.
Yep.
So it'll actually close your door mostly on its own. It's a gentle push.
Well, here's another big thing with this and as you say, gently closes your door. When you're on a hill, it doesn't let your door swing open either.
True. Yeah,
so that's another
a good point.
benefit of this, and I wanted to point that out.
And with wind, we have to deal with that when
it doesn't so if you're parked next to somebody, it doesn't catch your door doesn't get caught by the wind and go into the car next to you, because normal car doors have that not a closer, but they have like a tensioner on them.
Yep.
So this is a added tensioner.
Yep, and it works wonderfully for that. Mm-hmm. That alone is pretty awesome. But then the added benefit is you can actually open up the mirror movers and put your Allen key that's provided with it into a locked position. It'll keep the mirrors in the out position. You take your doors off, take that Allen key out, and they come right back to where factory is. So it sits, and you don't have to worry about mirrors on your door when you take your Jeep. They're already there. They're good mirrors. I mean,
so they're connected to the A-pillar.
Yep. Yeah, they're bolted on to the A-pillar. It's mounted there. It's very solidly built. I don't see any more vibration in that than I did with my factory ones. It replaces your factory mirrors completely with an OEM look.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, you really don't notice that it's not an OEM look, except the mount is on the A-pillar. But it looks the same.
And there is a provided rubber gasket, so when you bolt it on, it doesn't mess up your paint as well.
Right.
So that's just another thing. Yeah.
So an install is 25-30 minutes if you're proficient. If you're not, 45 minutes.
Yeah, not even. I think it might take longer to get the old mirror off.
I know that's for true.
Yep, that's what I've heard.
Yep. So they're on Quadratec. I think $299 is the non-automatic, and $3 something I think for the heated mirrors or the automatic moving mirrors. So there are those available. So check those out. I like those a lot. Ooh, all right. we're going to be busy literally starting this past weekend. We are going to be busy.
I don't know how busy you are, but I'm going to be. I don't know.
I think we're all going to
call
be
in dead.
right. Just
nah. So we're going to be starting off. Easter Jeep Safari's coming up.
Yeah.
And 4/9 to 17.
And I may be on the the list again for that.
Oh, you may be?
I may be.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm not counting on anything until the day of, and they go, hey,
you're going.
All right,
so that's April 9th to the 17th. That's a long time. But also, if you're looking to stay on this coast, April 30th, Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania is having their trail ride, which we're going to be up there for that. And then May 21st, Go Topless Day. We're going to be up at the Mountaintop View Winery Brewery Distillery.
The
Everythinger.
Man, it's a beautiful place up there.
It's awesome up there.
And we'll have a booth up there.
This is in conjunction with Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania, our local, chapter.
Yeah. But it's the Barricade Go Topless Day.
Yep.
But it's going to be awesome. It was last year, I think we raised, our chapter segment raised like almost $3,000 for Meals on Wheels, which is great. We're using the same for that.
And then also we're going to be taking donations for dog food as well.
Yes.
So if you're going to be up that way, because Meals on Wheels does provide some support for animals.
Yeah.
So that's another good way to give back.
Yep.
And then we're going to be heading to Bantam in June 10th to the 12th. Well, you might be. I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's Bantam Jeep Festival.
And right now we may hang out with the Amsoil folks.
I think there's some other cool people that are going to be there too.
Yeah, that's a good
Holly
festival.
Fowler's going to be there. I heard some other cool people bleeping Jeep.
Yep. So it's a cool festival to go to. So, it's on the schedule. So.
Yep. And then we're going to be hanging out with Holly Fowler and the Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip, June 16th to the 19th up at AOAA. They're going to be hanging out up there, and we're going to be camping, having a good old time up there for that, which is going to be an awesome time.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be doing some stuff with Northwest Jeep Cast.
Yep.
Going to do a simulcast, if we will, with them.
And then we're heading down July 15th to the 17th to Wildwood, New Jersey for New Jersey Jeep Invasion.
Ooh. I love going to the beach in my Jeep.
I'm going to need a vacation by then. From our vacation.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's going to be wild. And then July 23rd to the 24th, we're going to be at Carlisle, Pennsylvania for PA All Breeds Jeep Festival.
Yeah.
And that is an amazing, awesome festival. It's usually hot as anything.
It is unbelievable hot. But man, the Jeeps are on display there. I mean, they range
awesome.
from they have heritage levels all the way up to modern.
Yeah.
And there's some amazing rigs there.
Wild builds too.
Yeah.
And then August 25th to the 27th, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion.
Yeah, we're going to try to make it this year.
You might.
I don't know how we're going to try to make it. Maybe I'll go.
That same weekend is going to be Ocean City, Maryland's OC Jeep Feast, Jeep Week. So,
man, I want to go
there
too.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Just split me in half. Yeah, Ocean City. I think we may have their production guy on the show at some point. He said he wants to be on the show.
Cool.
So.
Absolutely.
So that'd be cool. Man, what a busy summer. I look at this and go, I don't know that I have the budget for this.
I don't know if I have anything for this. Somehow we make it work.
Yeah, but it's so much fun because we get to meet people.
In my Jeep.
I know, whatever it takes,
Sleeping in my Jeep on the beach.
I'm going to take a hammock this year. Yep. But it's a good time. You get to come out and hang out with us, meet us. I know that when in Wildwood, Ron and Kimberly come down and they help out in the booth.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And then we get to hang out with all the vendors, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good time.
Hey, if you're looking to support our awesome trips and want to hang out with us in different places and want us to come to Tennessee and want us to come to Carlisle and want to help support the Jeep Life podcast, head over to our Patreon website. Yep. And if not, you can just send us a check in the mail.
We had somebody do that for us, and I love her for it. It was just
So
worms are hard.
Jeep Life Podcast Patreon.
Yeah.
You can be a $1 supporter, a $3 supporter.
Is there a $1? I thought it was just $3, $5.
$3, $5, and $10. My bad. And we
Yeah.
just got another $10.
We did
recently. So
we appreciate that.
we do greatly.
If you like what you hear, send us an email, info@jeeplifepodcast.com. If you don't like what you hear, send us an email, info@jeeplifepodcast.com.
If you want to change something, or let us know, or want to have an idea for a better topic, or have an idea for a topic.
Yeah. Send it in. We love to hear from our
I know.
peeps. And
We haven't heard from you guys lately.
our link tree is up and available, and that has all of our links on it.
Absolutely.
And somebody this weekend asked me, where do I get a T-shirt? Easy.
Shattered Dream Designs.
Yeah. Go to our link tree.
Yep.
Click on that swag button. Buy 40
It's
T-shirts.
It's on our Instagram. It's on our Facebook.
Yep.
It's on our. I think it's on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Our link tree. So everything has our.
Everything
important
points to
websites.
each other.
Yep.
It's like a spider
If
web.
not, Google us.
Yeah.
We're
You'll find it.
Googleable.
I have a cart full of stuff on our swag store, so I just need to go over and hit buy and cry myself to sleep that night for the money I'm spending. But oh well,
it happens.
All right, with no longer wait, we're going to talk about our main topic tonight, and
Terry was the anchor.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I actually got a chance to go to the St. Patty's Day at AOA event, and that was put on by Ridgeline Guide Services and Go Fox Adventure. They presented that, and it's awesome. I'm going to read the event overview. Come out and shake off the winter blues with some fun on our trails at AOAA, and that's Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Apothecary with the Ridgeback Guide Service. Enjoy a delicious corned beef dinner on Thursday after you arrive at camp to celebrate St. Patty's Day. We will guide you on the trails at AOA to show you some of the beautiful sights and epic trails that Coal Country has to offer. Back at camp, we'll have workshops to cover popular overland topics. Then come enjoy the community campfire for trail stories, meeting like-minded folks, and camaraderie. And that sounds like something I want to do.
Yeah.
Just by listening to the description. And it was fantastic. Those guys at Ridgeback Guide Service really do a nice job. So when we arrived, we got there on Thursday. If there was, I think one thing I would have changed about the whole weekend is the arrival point on Thursday instead of Friday. I would have moved it to Friday and then left Sunday evening.
Gotcha.
Right? But that's just me being nitpicky. But arrive on Thursday. You got your name badge as you filled out your waiver. Everybody got a name badge, so everybody knew who they were. Mine,
that's helpful.
Mine had Jeep Life Podcast on it because I kind of came as part of the media package. And then everybody got a great gift bag, and it was from Tread Lightly. And I'm holding it up here in the studio, but it's probably the single nicest string bag that I've ever seen. It's
got
nice.
A reflector stripe. It's got
it
Tread
does.
Lightly on there nicely. It's got the website.
And
double pocket.
Double pocket.
Wow, it's got Velcro.
Or
hook and loop attachment.
Because we didn't pay for the Velcro name.
Yep.
But inside, there was a Tread Lightly Quadratec trash bag for everybody to put on their vehicle. Then all kinds of goodies.
A water bottle.
Water bottles, cookies. My favorite thing of the whole weekend that was in there were these sanitizing wipes for your hands. They were lavender, and I normally don't like lavender, but man, this felt good and cleaned up my hands nicely throughout the weekend. So that was super, and that was from Go Fox Adventures. Find a place to put the sticker. And there were stickers in here. I dropped the ball and didn't get them Jeep Life Podcast stickers to put in the bags, but I handed them out to everybody anyway. So
I don't doubt it.
I literally, I know I gave you this sticker yesterday. You're getting another one today.
Another one. Yep. You're getting another one too.
I love
Billy's
it.
paying for this one.
I went over to
oh wait, you want some for your friends?
I went over to RJ's Jeep from Highline, and that's such a sweet Jeep. It's the orange one, and it's all decked out. It's super nice. And I was going to give him a sticker, and he had his kids there, and kids and stickers. I love stickers.
Yeah.
So I gave Noah and Trin one each, and they both instantly popped it on their their shirt, and they were, "This is my lucky sticker." And it was
awesome.
It was the best time.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I should have put those in the
Next
year.
time.
Next year, I'll remember to put 2 or 3 of them in the gift bags. But those bags were awesome. Everybody started introducing each other, and hey, here's a beer. You want a beer? And just hanging out was a great evening, and we got settled in. And then the dinner started to arrive.
Oh,
and notice I said dinners.
Oh, dinners.
I didn't realize this was going to be a dual dinner situation. Since it was St. Patty's Day, traditional corned beef and cabbage was served up by Scott and Ricky.
Yeah, why do I not surprised?
And I'm not a corned beef and cabbage kind of guy, but it was delish.
Oh, I am.
It was so good.
I am very much a corned beef.
And then after that, he's like, save some room, even though we kept going back for seconds and thirds on that. And second dinner, he said, save your second dinner's coming. And Kilcannon and bangers. So the sausage and mashed potatoes. It was awesome.
Yeah, sounds it. But you're making me hungry again.
Oh, man, it was so good. So that's how that evening started, hanging around the campfire. Temperature started to drop.
Yep.
And because it was clearing off, it had been overcast the whole day, but it was clearing off, and I was starting to get excited about seeing the stars. And as everything started breaking apart, the heat went away and the cold came in. I was so cold.
Oh.
I was so cold. It was miserable.
I hate being cold.
I was miserable.
Nothing worse than being cold.
And I planned for a little bit of
not that
cool,
much.
but I didn't. Not
like dual buddy heater going.
No, I had the buddy heater, but I didn't have a little canister with me. And dumbass. All right, anyway, it does.
You didn't have a full one. You had one.
Oh yeah, I had one. Dude, that thing was light. It was almost just lifting off my hand. So we got up the next morning and all met in the parking lot. Everybody did their breakfast, and it literally was. A lot of the meals were on your own.
Yeah,
but it was. I literally felt like if I just walked around the campground, you can just graze off of everybody, and it was like, "Here, you want some of this? You want some of that?" Yes, I do.
Yes, I will sample everything.
And so that worked. Then we all met up in the parking lot and aired down, get ready. It was interesting because when I pulled in, I wasn't expecting this. I should have. There were so many different vehicles and ability types there. And so there were some people that didn't know to air down. And, everybody was super helpful in that. And we're going, here, take my deflators, take this. And there was a lot of educating going on, which is awesome because it wasn't like, I'm experienced, you should know this.
Yeah.
No, it was, hey, you've never been?
Yeah.
Let me help you.
You got to try this out.
This will help. This will make things a little more comfortable for you.
This will absorb a little bit more.
Exactly. So it was nice to kind of get things settled. Chevy pickup. I did not expect a Chevy Colorado to be out there. And, if it didn't make it everywhere we wanted.
I bet it did. I heard those things are a bit capable.
And it didn't take the hardest line on everything.
But
it suffered from clearance, but everything else was golden.
Yeah.
Turn radius was a little bit, just like any pickup would be. But a new Bronco, the guys at Mainline Overland brought a new Bronco, and that thing was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about. Actually, I'll give one little anecdote. So I rode behind those guys for a good chunk of the day, the first day.
Yeah.
And we're going up this hill.
So it's got a 2.5, right?
Yeah.
2.5.
And it was on 35s.
35s. Yeah.
And so it hit this little tabletop of a rock, and just spinning. It was a little muddy, so they're just spinning. And I got on the radio. I said, "Hey, turn the knob one more click," and it basically put it into crawl mode. And as soon as I did that, bloop, and it walked right up. That thing was a beast all weekend. almost everything that I did, it did, with the exception of it didn't do some of the black stuff that I did, simply because it was a company car and and they didn't want to.
Well, that's kind of understandable.
But everything else, all the blue stuff, they took some of the harder lines on the blue stuff and weld on it. So it was pretty awesome. Then there was a Nissan Pathfinder that was built out. I mean, it was a sweet overlanding rig. Very nice. A lot of discoveries. There were, I think, 2 that day and 2 the next day, separate ones. Land Rover Discovery 2s, or Disco 2s as we referred to them. So it was a lot of fun. Ron gave us a driver's meeting, kind of got us all on the same page, made sure we're all on the same radio channel. And then we hit the Western Reserve. And, basically stair-stepped up in difficulty as we went on, with the main goal being heading out to Fern Ridge.
Gotcha.
And Fern Ridge, as it always is, it doesn't disappoint. It's a good trail. And I talked to Ron about this. One of the things I like about Fern Ridge and Whiskey Ridge on the Eastern Reserve is there are very long, uninterrupted trails.
Yep.
Little offshoots that you can challenge yourself with, but there's not a lot of intersections where new people are coming on and off.
It's one straight line.
Yeah.
And it's one way.
Right. And it's a longer trail. So it's pretty awesome. So we did Fern Ridge. As you pointed out on one of my pictures, you knew exactly where that picture was taken on the first black offshoot.
I have weird memory, man.
It's crazy. You knew exactly where it was, and
because I've also been through there like 4 times.
But that was really cool, because the folks who didn't want to obviously do that,
you don't have to,
could park up top
and watch
and be spectator. And it's built like you can actually literally sit there and watch the whole thing happen. And it was great to kind of stretch our legs out on that one and have a little bit of fun. But it was good. Then we headed back out, and much to Porzy's surprise, we made it out at exactly the time that side closed. And I don't know that there's ever been a time Scott and I have been together and done that.
We made it out of there on time.
Yeah. Well, you too. I mean, I'll include you too.
Yeah.
But that first night, or that second night, Scott and Ron did this amazing power tank and tire recovery clinic with demos, and it was fantastic. Pulled out all the stops and showed everything that you could do with the power tank, including Scott's new Pro Eagle hydraulic jack.
Oh yeah,
and pulled that out, and with a 20-ounce bottle of CO2, and his Jeep went up like in 4 seconds flat. It was beautiful.
Yep.
And I was like, I got to get. That's my next. Yeah. That's my next frivolous toy that I'll get. And so that was awesome. I felt like they were giving back to the people that came.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of the people overland. Maybe they overland on a regular basis, but maybe they don't do the. They've got all the great camping tools, but maybe they don't have the good off-roading and trail maintenance tools. And it was good for them to do a demo. They actually took my spare tire and we did a full, we broke the bead. There was a bolt or something that had gone through it. I mean, it took 3 or 4 plugs to plug it.
Well, that's good.
So we broke the bead, showed how the power tank can.
So there's a bolt inside of your tire?
Yeah. Yeah, we could. Once we got it moving around, we could hear it, but then we couldn't find it once we did, and I haven't heard it since when I even rolled it back. So maybe it just fell out. And
hopefully, that's kind of funny.
It is funny. And then we cooked on our own that night and had some more campfire entertainment. Some stories were told. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Then the wind started kicking up. And I'm like, all right, it's time for me to turn in. I mean, it was borderline straight line winds. So where I was camping, there was no wind protection at all. No trees, nothing.
Well, that kind of sucks.
And, it was going to rain, and I'm like, this is going to suck. It's awful. So the wind kicked on, and the first night I didn't sleep because I was cold.
Right.
Second night, because the wind was just blowing my tent around. At one point, I look up and my tent is like inches from my face, just flapping.
So this is why I said you were the anchor.
Oh, if I couldn't even get out of my tent to use the bathroom or anything because it would have blown away. My tent would have blown away.
Stakes are not gone.
Gone. And so I was definitely the anchor holding that thing down, the 350-pound anchor, in rain. But the cool thing about it is the wind, because it did rain, the wind blew all the rain off. So when I went to pack it up the next morning, it wasn't wet. And surprisingly, with all the rain and stuff, I didn't get wet either. Nothing got wet on the inside. That was good.
That sucks.
It sucks.
I hate being wet.
There's not much.
Wet, cold, any type of weather on my body, I don't like it.
No, I don't know. Says the skier.
Says the skier that
that rides in an open buggy.
Yeah, I don't know. In the snow.
Yeah, right. Then we went on the trail again the second day, and the second day we there were even more people, more discoveries, more Jeeps, more fun.
That's cool. Doing some awesome, cool stuff.
Yeah. Bill Eustace was there. RJ from Highline was there, and it was a real good time, and everybody was helping each other out. Everybody sharing radios. It was a lot of great camaraderie and talking. Like instantly, people became really good friends.
That's always nice.
We did the Eastern Reserve, and the idea was to make it out to Whiskey Ridge and maybe a couple of stops in the middle to for scenic and others. The group did Renee's Hill. I chose not to.
That's
wisely.
Probably sometimes a good idea.
Yeah.
Renee's Hill, there's like a giant rock that sticks out halfway up. Yep.
And that destroys your momentum because
not giant, just
right,
ginormous.
But we had a guy get stuck halfway up because of that rock. It killed his momentum, happens. And we had to do a full recovery. That was one of the longest recoveries that I've ever seen.
Gotcha.
And not from a time standpoint, even though it was a long time, it was just a distance from that had to be overcome. Right. But then people like Matt with his diesel Rubicon just literally walked right up it. It was
chugga-lugga.
His thing, it was almost like it was too much torque.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like, oh wow. And then Bill Eustace and his machine just walked right up. Scott led the way with Scott Bellert with his rig, just climbed right up it like it was a ladder. Just
that's cool.
I kind of wish I'd done it, but if it had been a smaller group, I would have went ahead and done it. But with that number of people, I'm like, what happens if I don't? I don't want to delay everybody.
You don't want to be that guy.
Nah, I don't want to be that guy. And we did Whiskey Ridge, but we did Whiskey Ridge backwards.
Interesting.
And it's a completely different trail backwards.
Yes, it is.
And
I've heard that.
And it was fun. And that Chevy just kept going, and you have to walk that thing through some parts.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it's rocky back there, and off camber a couple times. So that was interesting. But it was really cool. And then did Upper Anthracite backwards.
Oh, how was that?
Awesome.
Huh.
Awesome.
Well, I saw somebody went through the double trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went
go the other way.
No, right.
Well, I've heard of one person made it, and the only reason they made it is on a super long wheelbase.
Right. I did the stair step of the waterfall down.
Oh.
Which was cool. Really interesting, but I did get turtled on the last one. I wasn't far left. If I'd been a little, 4 inches left, I would have been fine. As a matter of fact, we almost were able to rocket off of it just by pushing on the rear end. But no, we weren't. So we had to do like a 9-second rope pull.
Oh.
And it was the quickest recovery line recovery that I'd ever seen.
Yep.
I literally threw my remote, I threw my bag out, and Ron hooked it up and just done. and we were off of it. But I really enjoyed that trail backwards.
Huh.
So
We're gonna have to try it.
I personally will go up it and then maybe turn around and come back down it if it's not a crowded day.
Yeah.
But even so, that's at the very back of the park, and nobody ventures back there.
Right.
Then we came back and did another. We finalized that. Everybody got in the coal bucket for pictures.
That's cool.
The
Yeah,
whole
it's always
social
fun.
aspect of that.
Yeah.
I spent most of the time behind a brand new wheeler. She had a 2-door Rubicon stock. JL, but it was still Rubicon, and she was awesome. And she wasn't afraid to try anything, and that was great that there wasn't a lot of hesitation. So I think she picked up a lot of skills immediately, and everybody was willing to help her. And her energy was infectious. Like, she would be cheering everybody else
That's
on when they
cool.
would go through obstacles. So I love that about her, and it was good to meet her, Sam. I hope to hang out with her. I think she's down in West Virginia near where Frederick's living. So maybe we'll get to do another overnight or overland with them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Then a Tread Lightly clinic was held, and they were luckily inside the Kyle's area at
that's
Off-Road
nice.
Consulting. So they were inside because the biggest rain, hail, thunderstorm came through, and almost 5 seconds flat just kind of rained down. I said, I'm out. I'm going to try to survive this. So I headed home that night. But I can't tell you how much it was just so awesome to be there. There are some people I need to thank on this. And I hope I didn't leave anybody out. But it was really good to be there as a representative of Quadratec and the Jeep Life podcast. It was cool to be there and answer some questions, be a hand, but also just get to know people.
Yeah, it's always good to get out.
Ron Harrington and Muffin from Ridgeback Guide Service, man, those guys, they know the overlanding business. When they pull up to camp, it literally is like a 4-star hotel.
Yeah.
In tent and equipment, and it was just, I'm like, they've got Gazelle tents that set up an instant, and I was like, look at that. It's like a pod, and the walls are basically vertical, so you get all the space. It's not like most tents where you lose all that vertical space. No, I'm going to look into the Gazelle for myself.
Interesting.
But I can't say enough good things about Ron and Muffin kind of leading everything through. Ron led the way and was super patient, put the Chevy right behind him and walked him through everything.
That's good.
And the advice was top notch.
Yeah.
Then Muffin kind of pulled up the back, and the radio talk between them, you knew that they were in control. You didn't have to worry about anything.
Right.
They made sure everybody was there. And then Joe and Sam were there from Mainline Overland, and they brought the Bronco in. They sponsored the event, helped sponsor the event, and just cool guys. I mean, they were just great. Matt Conkle from Quadratec Torque was there, another sponsor. I know that already social media stuff has gone out about that, and I'm sure there'll be some written words about this coming up.
Cool.
John from the Dirt Road Therapy and Nick Becker was riding with him, and the two of them. John's XJ has a diesel Volkswagen engine in it, and you don't talk about torque for days.
Yeah, that
I got behind them for a little bit and got a little diesel headache. And
that happens.
But John, man, those guys are super nice guys, and I love it. RJ Hurd from Highline, as we talked about. Actually, several people already have Highline bumpers in there. It's obvious that it's a
great brand,
an amazing product.
Yep.
So, of course, Bill Eustace from Hardline Fabrication. You and I both know Bill.
Great guy.
He's a sweetheart of a guy.
He really is. Shirt off the back.
Oh my God, he's such a nice guy, and he's hilarious. We had a good time. Scott Bellert from All Terrain Unlimited, which is going to take over the world. I think All Terrain Unlimited, brand new out of the D'Antonio automotive area. They're going to take over the world.
Okay.
I need a shirt. I need a shirt, Scott. 4X if you got one. Other workshop sponsors that we had were Tread Lightly, Power Tank, and Kyle Buchter from Off-Road Consulting for using the classroom space. But the Tread Lightly and Power Tank stuff, that was awesome. But I got to thank Ridgeback Guide Service and Go Fox Adventures for doing like the premier overlanding weekend that you can imagine. Go check out Ridgeline Guide Services on their website. They've got events coming up. I'm going to try to fit one into our busy schedule. They've got some really nice places to go. I now that I've gotten to know those guys, I'm like, sign me up. I'm a believer.
Yeah.
But it was just a great event and way to hang out with people. I loved it tremendously, and I know I've been working on talking through all this, and I've missed all the comments in the section, but the people listening, I appreciate your feedback on all this, and I can't wait to go back and look at everything that all the comments that have been made. It's been pretty awesome. Did I miss anything? I felt like I've just been talking forever.
I don't know. I've been working out in the garage again.
I know you went out and worked on the garage, but did some welding. Came back in. It was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like you had an amazing time. I wish I could have gone, but just things didn't work out again.
Yeah, I was freaking exhausted when it was all said and done.
Bet.
But it was great. And so the trash bags, we encourage people to fill up the trash bags, remove stuff, take good care of the land that we're in, and a full trash bag. We made sure Go Fox Adventures, myself, and the Jeep Life Podcast made sure we had passes to people who had full
cool.
bags.
Awesome.
So encouraging that. I know that Jason literally would jump out of whatever. I think he was in Doug's truck, but he would jump out and found a park bench or something back there.
And just throw it in the back of the truck.
Just throw it in the back of the truck. And it was great. Everybody took the opportunity to clean up. I know that I left there with a full bag of stuff.
If I had a Gladiator, I'd go out there every weekend and just take a truck bed out.
Oh, we had a Gladiator on the second day, and it was black on black on black. Yeah. It was gorgeous. It was cool. Absolutely beautiful. And I think it was their first time off-road, and they didn't know kind of what to expect, the long wheelbase, but they were wonderful people. It was her birthday. I think it was Susie and Joe. And it was her birthday, so of course I ended up with cake. I'm going to wander around until somebody gives me cake. But it was really, really fantastic just getting to know them and seeing everybody. Because, most of the time we wheel with Jeeps.
Yeah.
We wheel with stuff that's exactly like what we have.
I wheel with kind of weird things.
Yeah.
Concoctions.
But to be out there with Discoveries and Broncos, that was a nice experience for me.
That's cool.
And I can't wait to do it again. Ron and Scott and Muffin, thanks, man. And McKinley and Doug and Ricky. I could just go down. Everybody was so helpful. It was awesome. All right, I'm going to stop now because otherwise I could rant for another. Neil on here says there was a recliner, full-out recliner in there. So we'll see that in Scott's house. He's cleaning that thing up as we speak.
So if you're looking to find us, head over to our Linktree, linktr.ee/Jeep Life Podcast, and that's going to get you hooked up with all of our awesome websites, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Go hit that like, follow, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment at info@jeeplifepodcast.com. That's where you can send us an email, or we have a listener phone number out there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but
go to the Linktree.
Linktree, man.
Leave us a voicemail.
Head over to the Linktree. If not, just hit it in Google. Jeep Life Podcast.
I love it. For Ridgeback Guide Services, Go Fox Adventures, Bill and myself, Don, if he were here, we're going to big Jeep wave to you, everybody. Have a good night.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. That was
Yeah, we had a
a
great
show. It's so much more fun when there's people in the comments and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't comment to everybody. I was just
well.
kind of in the notes trying to get make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm sure I did anyway.
Yeah, it's all right.
But it was awesome. Yeah, Dave, you did miss an awesome event. My Highline Parts, man, I'm so jealous of Scott's bumper, and it is, I just love it. Let's see if I'm missing. Neil, you're going to do the one in Maine. I want to head up to Maine too, but July is like hell for me as far as
Trying to do anything?
trying to do anything. Yeah.
Life?
Let's see. What's up, Ryan? Anybody else that I missed? Yeah, we need to do a live show at Pipes, Dave. We've talked about that. RJ and I are talking about trying to figure out the same sort of thing for Highline. That'll be good. Was the bed worse than you thought?
Oh, I commented back to Mike.
Okay,
yeah.
You got that. All right, cool. I think we're caught up. All right, anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks, Jake. Have a good night.
Yep, catch you later.
See you, bye.